Yo, what's up YouTube? Edwin the Comic Jabroni coming at ya. And in today's video, this is episode 1. That's going to be a weekly series on Tuesdays where I'm going to talk about the books that I'm buying on New Comic Book Day, because we're finally kind of getting a New Comic Book Day back this week on the 20th of May. And I'm excited. So I'm going to show you what books I'm going to pick up, what cover I really like, and maybe a SPEC book or two. And that's going to be it. So, we'll be right back. Yo, so welcome back, y'all. Edwin the Comic Jabroni, like I said. So, in this video, it's kind of like buy or pass, except I'm not going to talk about anything I'm passing on because I don't have any other members of the community with me. I'm just going to show you what I'm buying. I'm going to show you a cool cover that I really like that I'm debating on picking up. And then I'm going to talk about one or two SPEC books that I saw while going through Midtown. So as you can tell, I am using Streamlabs. I'm down in the corner. I've got Midtown open on the browser. We're gonna go through it. If you guys don't know, I use Midtown on a weekly basis just to look at the books that are coming out this week. I don't necessarily buy from Midtown. I have in the past, but it's taken forever to get books shipped to me. I'll buy them and then I won't get the damn book for like a month later. I'm not a fan of that, but I like their website and how they break things down by #1 issues, or if you just want to look at indies, look at Image, look at DC or Marvel. I dig that. So there's only 2 books this week that I'm going to pick up. This is the first week that we're finally getting a nice full New Comic Book Day. Now, the only caveat to that is there's no Marvel this week. Marvel won't start shipping out, I believe, until next week. But we've got DC, we've got Image, we've got Indies, Dynamite, IDW, all those awesome publishers that you guys like to buy comics from. So let's go into the first book that I'm picking up this week, and that is from DC, and it is Deceased Unkillables #3. Written by Tom Taylor, artwork is done by Carl Mostert and Trevor Scott. This is the 3rd issue in Deceased Unkillables, which is it's in the same story as Deceased, but this takes a viewpoint on the villains, which I absolutely loved. Those first 2 issues were great. I thought the artwork in issues 1 and 2 were better than Deceased from last time. I thought it was incredible artwork and just the brutality that you see with these villains having to kind of defend themselves and kill others. And when Wonder Woman shows up and she rips, one of the villains in half, it was such a crazy scene. So I'm going to be picking this one up, and this is the C cover, the movie homage cardstock cover. Usually what they've done with the movie homages is taken a horror movie and done an homage on that. But this one, it looks like they're taking the Suicide Squad. I believe this is the movie that they're homaging. They're doing the Suicide Squad there. Not the biggest fan. Or this one might be the Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Not entirely sure, but this is the one I'm going to pick up just to kind of finish the set off. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I will tell you that I do like this Francisco Mattina cover with Deadshot on there, but I haven't picked up any of the Mattina covers, even dating back to Deceased from last year. So that's the first book. Let's get into the second book. That's going to be from Artists, Writers, and Artisans. This is a brand new publisher that really just started getting its feet wet right when this whole Corona COVID quarantine stopped shipping books out. Right when that started is when they were starting to ship out books. So it kind of sucked for them, but I'm glad to see that they still have books that they're shipping out. And this book I'm picking up is Year Zero, issue #1. I do enjoy a good #1 issue. It's written by Ben Piercy, which I'm a big fan of Ben Piercy. He's been on, I believe it's X-Force, this new X-Force run that's been out. Absolutely enjoyed it. And the artwork is done by Ramon Rosanas. I can't say I know the artwork of Ramon, but I'm excited to read this because it is it's a new look into zombies. There's so many zombie books out in the past and now, but I like to read a good zombie story, and especially a #1 issue, right? You never know when it's going to be the next Walking Dead. Could it be? I don't know. Is it a SPEC book? Probably not, but it's cool to read something new, and this one is following 5 survivors from this post-apocalyptic world, and they're either trying to, find the cure, or I'm not entirely sure, but I can't wait to read it. So those are the 2 books, 2 brand new books that I'm picking up this week. That is it. There wasn't anything else. I went through the list and that was it. Let's get into the cover though that I really enjoyed, and that's gonna be Red Hood Outlaw issue 45. I like this B cover, and it is done by Philip Tan. Philip Tan is an amazing artist, and I just love the detail in this picture. I'm gonna blow it up for you a little bit. You can kind of see this detail on the Red Hood. Now, what I will tell you is I'm not the biggest fan of Red Hood's new look. I liked when he had that helmet on. I absolutely enjoyed that look. And then when he changed it up around issue 50, when it just became Red Hood Outlaw, and he kind of donned the scorpion look to his mask, I wasn't the biggest fan, but hey, I can admit when I see good artwork, even if it's in a character where I wish he looked the same as he did before. So I absolutely like this cover. I am debating on whether to pick it up because I haven't been picking up Red Hood Outlaw for, I don't know, about 10 issues or so. It's been about 10 issues since I picked up Red Hood Outlaw. So I might end up picking that up. Let's see what the A cover looks like though is this, which it looks okay. Not the biggest fan of that, and that one is done by Paolo Pantalena. So I don't know. Let me know. Are you guys picking up Red Hood Outlaw, and what do you think? So that's it as far as the new books that I'm picking up, and maybe the Red Hood Outlaw. But there's 2 spec books that I was just kind of looking through. I was like, this could hit. You never know. Could hit, and it's better to buy a book when it's $3.99 or $2.99, right? Cover price, than it is to wait and then spend $100 or $150 a month or 2 later. And the first one is from IDW, Star Wars Adventures Clone Wars issue number 1. This is written by Michael Moresi, and the artwork is done by Ariana Florian and Derek Charm. Now, why do I say I believe this could be a spec book? Is because those Clone Wars books, those Star Wars Clone Wars book from, I think it was Dark Horse, have been blowing up here recently. And it's because there's a lot of first appearances in there. And now with the Disney Plus app incorporating a lot of these Star Wars shows, these first appearances are starting to heat up. And this could be a book like that. Now, what I would tell you is, if you see it at your store, look in it first. See if maybe there is something new in there, a new character, something's going on. Or I would suggest going online the night before, Tuesday night. This is what I usually do, is I'll go on comicsheatingup.com or comicbookinvest.com, and sometimes they have spoilers, and sometimes they let you know, hey, this might be a book that you want to pick up. So I would keep my eye out on this one. Not the greatest cover in the world, but hey, there are Star Wars fans out there that like this artwork. And then the last book that I think, hey, could be, it's a number 1, and it's from Image, and that is Ludocrats number 1. Now, why do I say, hey, maybe spec worthy? Well, because it's an Image number 1, and there's a lot of Image number 1s that come out, right? And people go out and buy a bunch of them up. I'm not suggesting you buy 10 copies of this, but buy one. Could be a great story. Could be something that you absolutely love, and then later on down the line, they create a TV show out of. So this is written by Kieran Gillen, which we know from Die. So that's been an amazing story. The artwork is done by Jeff Stokely and Tamara Bonvillain. So those are some names that you and I know about. They've written great stories. They've done awesome artwork. So this is one that I would suggest picking up. I haven't decided if I'm going to pass yet. This isn't buy or pass, but this is maybe I cop it, maybe I drop it. Not entirely sure, guys. So we're going to see on Ludocrats. When I go into the comic shop on Wednesday, I might flip through it just to kind of, let me see how this looks. Let me see how it reads. Let me get the feel of it before I go and spend the $4, $3.99. But at $3.99, I think it's still a good price because you never know, 10 years down the line, they want to create a TV show for Ludocrats. And boom. I don't know if this is a kid's type of a book because it talks about, well, it's not a kid's book because it says this is a collision of the ornate fantasy of Dune and an M-rated asterisk and Obelix, which I remember from playing video games. I think there was an SNES game, a Super Nintendo game that was an asterisk and obelisk. So if it's an M-rated, yeah, this is definitely not for kids, but I would go out there and look for it, guys.
Flawless victory.
So those are the books that I'm thinking about picking up this week. I hope that you have a great new comic book day. Let me know down in the comments below, what books this week are you wanting to pick up? Since I'm no longer on Buy or Pass on Tuesdays, I will be dropping these videos on Tuesdays for you guys, just to let you know, hey, what's the Comic Jabroni picking up? Maybe you're interested, maybe I can help you out make a final decision on what you should spend your money on. But again, remember, collect your way. Collect the books that you love to read, because remember, in the end of the day, it's your money. It's your hard-earned money that you're spending on this book, so don't let anybody tell you what to buy. But hey, I'm just giving you suggestions. Until next time, though, I'm Edwin the Comic Jabroni. Take it easy. Peace.